Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today we find ourselves preparing to storm the castles on Fortress as MbL, playing as the blue Ethiopians, gets ready to take on FreakinAndy, playing as the orange Magyars. Now as the players farm their farms, herd their herdables, and try to go up to feudal and castle as fast as possible, let's take a look at the respective civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Ethiopians are a civ that focuses on its ranged units in the broadest sense of the word. To start with, Ethiopians have the fastest firing foot archers in the game, naturally firing 18% faster than normal, which can be combined with the thumb ring upgrade. Now they also have access to all, meaning every single one of the siege workshop units and upgrades, and their capped rams, their scorpions, their onagers, and their bombard cannons can be even further upgraded to increase their blast radius. Now, if you've ever played archers and siege units, you know how incredibly vulnerable these units can be on the battlefield. So to help defend these very, very strong units, Ethiopians get the pikeman upgrade for free, and their unique unit, the Shotel Warrior, is a super fast, incredibly strong infantry unit that comes with terrible HP, but can be trained super fast. Now, to give you an idea of how fast the Shotel Warrior can be trained out of these castles, they can actually be upgraded to train even faster than Goth infantry. That's right, you heard me right, faster than Goth infantry. I believe they might be the fastest trained unit in the game, although I might have to check against the Karambit Warrior to see which one beats out the other. Now, to help the Ethiopians get to Castle Age and Imperial Age as fast as possible, players receive 100 food and 100 gold every time they go up in age, and Ethiopian villagers are much harder to raid because their towers and their outposts have extra line of sight, which means they can see you coming from a mile away. Now, taking on the Ethiopians today, we have FreakinAndy playing as the orange Magyars, a very fast-paced civilization that focuses on its mounted units, which makes them potentially very, very hard to deal with in the late game. To start with, Magyar scout line units, so I'm talking about the scout, the light cav, and the hussar, cost 15% less food from the beginning of the game. The Magyars get all melee attack upgrades for free, so that not only saves them about 1,000 resources, but also the time it takes to research. For example, the final melee upgrade, Blast Furnace, takes 100 in-game seconds to research once a player gets to Imperial. Magyars get that for free automatically. They can also upgrade their cavalry archers to get extra range and attack, and their unique unit is the Magyar Hussar, a light cavalry unit very similar to, but I would say a bit stronger than the regular Hussar unit, except its attack bonus is against siege units, not monks, and it costs a bit of gold, although you can, if you have the bankroll for it, upgrade them so that they actually don't cost any gold, and therefore become a unique unit that is a trash unit. Now, to help the Magyars support their horsey-based army, Magyar foot archers come with extra line of sight, and their villagers can be much, much more aggressive out on the map because it takes only one swat of their sword to kill all wild animals. Now, that might seem like not a very important bonus. Unless you've played this game, you've sent out a villager that wasn't at perfect health, and that villager gets attacked by a Komodo dragon, a bear, a tiger, a lion, whatever. You know how valuable this one attack, one and done can be. Now, as I've been blabbing on about bonuses and bears and such, you know, both players have started to go up to feudal on the back of roughly the same villager count. Let's take a look at their bases. Let's take a look at how they're situated. One of the cool things about Fortress that I always like to point out is the placement of towers. It's completely random, so sometimes you'll get very useful towers, like the ones here in the front and the ones on the side, and sometimes you'll get a very non-useful tower. I guess this Ethiopian tower is preparing for the alien invasion that's going to be coming from the dark space that this world seems to be floating on. Now, on Fortress, the rush distance is generally shorter. Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen, but take a look at the space between the bases. We have a clump of trees here, and then fairly open flat ground to the right, and a big juicy hill to the left. So we'll see which area the players decide to engage into, if not both. and we'll see which player decides to engage into the other one first. For now, our Ethiopian MbL is sending his scout to explore his opponent's base. Our Magyar scout, where the hell is he going? Nowhere close. I guess FreakinAndy thought that his opponent might be in the 9 o'clock position instead of the 12 o'clock. He definitely knows it's not in the 3 o'clock position, just because that's the way, not the way these maps work. And overall, I'm pretty excited as these two swat and beat the shit out of each other. I just want to say I'm pretty excited for this game, not only because, I mean, take a look at the Elos at the top of your screen. They're fantastic, and these are two very strong players, but you've essentially got one of the best siege civs in the game against a civilization whose unique unit snipes siege. So you do the math, and I'm hoping we get to see what the hell just happened here. Did FreakinAndy forget that we are on Fortress and not on Arena? Or maybe he's about to hit Castle Age in 35 seconds and is going to plop down a town center here. Either way, demolishes the wall here. Not too sure why right now, although, you know, we can hazard an educated guess, let's say. Both players still sitting on very similar villager count. MbL still with a 1 villager advantage, although the death of his scout cavalry basically means that his adventures out on the map have been stymied for a while. And yep, it's going to be a town center, although there is still a gap here, so and here as well. So if MbL decides to engage, he'll have to run through some arrow fire to get into FreakinAndy's base, and the second he enters the base, this big old Magyar castle is going to start raining hell upon him with the 1 scout cavalry that's inside. 2 town centers going down for MbL. Okay, so both players are now in castle. Let's see what they're deciding to do. MbL starting to pump out pikemen from his barracks. He's getting a monastery. What is our Magyar player doing? He's getting a monastery as well. Okay, so we're going to follow the basic arena, let's call it the arena meta, where the game is divided essentially into 3 stages. In the first, the players rush, except instead of to the yayo, they rush to Castle Age. And once they reach Castle Age, stage 2 begins, where they start fighting over relics. As you can see, 2 Magyar monks in the production tab compared to the 1 Ethiopian monk. And then stage 2 ends when all 5 relics are gathered. And then stage 3 begins, the funnest stage of all, where the players just try to kill each other on the computer, of course. Now, advantage, I'm not too sure. For which player to call it in terms of relic positioning. You've got 1 relic here to the east, completely out of position. You've got 1 here in the center, which MbL is ignoring. I think probably going for the further one. Always a better strategy, in my opinion. And we've got our first Shotel warrior. Look how cool this is. The Shotels and the Karambits are, I think, the only units in the game that double fist their weapons. And let's see how many relics MbL has actually seen. So he's only seen 1. So is it a surprise that he's creating this incredibly fast unit? Take a look at the speed, 1.2 to the pikemen's 1. So the Shotel warrior here is not only going to get a lot of map vision very quickly, but he's also going to defend this monk against scout cavalry, although our orange Magyar at this point is not building any scout cavalry and has picked up a relic, the one that was in the center of the map. So relics 1-0 for our orange player at the moment. Let's see what relics he's seen. He's seen a 2nd, he's seen a 3rd, has not seen the 1 here in the darkness, and now MbL bringing home a relic. So it's going to be 1-1 for now. And okay, I mean, agree, disagree. I think it's always best to get the relic that's further away from you. The ones that are closer, yes, you get them much faster, but, you know, always take the most risk in the beginning, easier to recover much, you know, earlier in the game. And so that's just my opinion. Like I said, agree, disagree. And we've got our first Magyar Hussar out on the map. Look how beautiful this unit is. I love it. It's like all the Hussar units, the winged Hussar from the Poles and the Lithuanians, this Magyar Hussar, they're just so nice to see. And I think he's going to see this relic. Let's keep an eye on his vision, or maybe not. No, he sees it. Okay, so it's now 1 relic to 1, with a 2nd one coming home for our Magyar player, a 3rd one going to be coming home for our Magyar player. And what has MbL seen? He has not seen this relic yet, although he has enough game sense You don't get the 2600 elo without having good game sense. He knows that the fifth one must be somewhere here and discovers it, immediately moves the pikeman over to protect it from any kind of hussars, light cavalry, etc. Okay, Magyar Hussar gets converted by the monk. Remember, they do not have an attack upgrade against monks. Their attack upgrade is against siege. Eighth. Oh, wow, that is an incredibly loud bear. I don't know if you heard that on your end, but my God, that bear sound. Oh, look how cute that is. He does the splits and he dies. This pikeman taken down to half health by this one single bear. A fourth town center going down for our or rather built for our Ethiopian, and a fourth one going up for our Magyar player, FreakinAndy. I am going to do my best when the unit structure is being constructed to say that it's going up, as opposed to the more colloquial going down that I generally say. Okay, so he's going to get some map vision, will FreakinAndy. So I'm going to do my best. No promises. Oh, no. Pokes and prods this one monk away. Relic count 3-1 advantage for our Magyar player, who is now swarming the map with these hussars. What are you? You are a hussar. So 3 of them out on the map. I think they can take this. I mean, focus on the pikemen first. This outpost is going to see everything, literally everything. Now, I bet he wishes he was the Ethiopians, because that outpost would have 3 extra line of sight. But for now, let's see the battle here. I mean, okay, the presence of the Shotel changes everything. Look at their base attack, unupgraded, 16. I was having a, I was playing CBA, for those not familiar. That's Castle Blood Automatic, which is a, let's say, an interesting form of this game where you basically, there's no economy. You start with 4 castles that just produce the unique unit of whichever civ you spawn. And I was having this discussion because obviously everyone wants to spawn Persians. You get those big ol' 450 HP, 600 HP battle elephants. And I was saying, no, I want to spawn the Ethiopians, because their Shotel warriors attack on a crazy amount base before any upgrade, 16. I think it goes up to 18. Yeah, it must. I think it goes up to 18 for the elite version. And they're just, look at the speed. I think it's all about twice as fast as a Persian elephant. Very aggressive forward castle here by Andy, sending a huge chunk of his villager population. He is not in the villager lead here. Our blue Ethiopian sees it by virtue of the extra line of sight. I mean, yeah, look how much extra line of sight you get for being Ethiopians. It's incredible. So he's going to see this castle. Okay, so Andy destroyed the walls here earlier, and now he's starting to expand like a horn right out the northwest side of his base. And let's see how MbL responds. For now, he's going up to Imperial, about 15-20 seconds ahead of FreakinAndy, on the back of 4 more villagers and 12 times the army supply. I say that, but of course it's 12-1, now 14-2. But MbL heavily in the lead in terms of army supply with his Shotel warriors, 11 of them in production. Our Magyar player has to be careful. I mean, the hussars are faster at 1.5, but they're not that much faster. And their attack is 11 compared to a base of 16. So a few swipes of these two-handed swords, and these hussars are donezo. Okay, and thus, I don't see any other orange units that can contest this relic. Thus ends stage 2 of the game. In this particular matchup, stage 2 overlapped with stage 3 a little bit, because the relic war ends right as the players are about to enter Imperial. How is MbL going to deal with this castle, though? He will be in Imperial first. We know what that generally means for players with these Elos. It means trebuchets. A whole bunch of houses being plopped down. I wonder if this means we're going to just see a swarm of Shotel warriors. With the Royal Heirs upgrade, they can be trained in 4 in-game seconds. Like I said, the fastest, I believe, either the fastest or the second fastest trained unit in the game. I'll have to check afterwards and compare it to the Karambit. But now he's in Imperial, and like I thought, immediately 2 trebuchets being trained, 1 in his new castle, 1 in his OG castle. But his opponent is in Imperial too, and he's building a treb. Okay. Conscription, archers, horse upgrades, cavalry rather, chemistry going down. So lots of upgrades being researched. And our Magyar player, I mean, take a look at the Hussars. They're at a +4. And they're at a +4 without him having spent a single ounce of food, a single bar of gold, and 0 training time. Because, like I said, the Magyars get all the melee attack upgrades for free. Okay, he's getting chemistry. Is he planning on going cavalry archers against Ethiopians? That would be a very, very interesting choice. MbL says, okay, you're attacking me on the left. I'm just going to expand to the right. I'm going to get this stone pile. And now here we go. The castles are under attack. 2-1 Treb. Although a second one will be coming out of this castle shortly. Andy, I don't know that this is really the best use of your 100 stone. He's down to 70 now. He's got 8 stone miners, so that, you know, amount of stone will be refreshed. He has another castle attacking on the left side. My God, has he neutralized these town centers of the Ethiopian player. 2 town centers are going to have gone down as a result of these castles. Well, actually only 1 so far, but we'll see what happens to the second one. And now we've got a 3-2 Treb war going on. Let's see who focuses on what. Obviously, MbL is going to be focusing on gunning down these Trebs, but in come the villagers to repair. Oh, too little, too late. 1 Treb does end up going down. Military count here very much in favor of our Ethiopian, getting bombard cannons, mangonels, trebuchets, shotel warriors, pikemen, monk. Yeah, this is awesome. We're going to see a very cool fight here. I hope. Okay. All right, MbL says, I don't think you're ever going to scout this corner after you took the relic, so why the hell not? Let me see if I can get away with this cheeky town center. But our Magyar player going up to 12 cavalry archers, getting upgraded to heavy cavalry archers in the next 30 seconds. They're already at a +2/+2 attack, though, so... Oh, was I not looking? Did he get... No, sorry. I'm a little bit confused. Okay, good work here by these cavalry archers. How many kills? 6 kills for them so far, but they've got to be careful. Onager upgrade for MbL. So these mangonels that he's building 5 of are going to be incredibly dangerous. Oh, wow. This is exactly what I was hoping to see. You know, let's see if he gets torsion engines. Let's see if he upgrades these siege units to have a bigger blast radius. And remember, they attack basically all the siege... they affect basically all the siege units of the Ethiopians, except for, I think, the siege towers. Oh, God. The siege towers and the basic bitch rams. Everything else, including the better rams, I think, do get the blast radius increase. Not the best use of Magyar Hussars poking and prodding at farms, especially if your villagers are going to, you know, steal the food on the farms. No need to attack. Okay, where is this one villager going? I don't know. I hope she doesn't reveal the positioning of that town center. These Shotel warriors still just hanging out here. So MbL's military advantage, I guess, dampened a little bit by the fact that 9 of his army supply is to the east doing absolutely nothing. Although right as... it never ceases to amaze. Right as I say that, they start doing something. Oh, they are going to shred through these Magyar Hussars. It's not even a competition. One, though, does go down. But does he care? He does not. He doesn't need the Magyar Hussars anymore. He's going up to 19 heavy cavalry archers. Parthian tactics going down. Handcart. What is our Ethiopian player doing to respond? Archer upgrades. Okay, this castle's still not done. Okay, these Shotels, like I said, take a look at their HP. If I can actually click on one of them. You know you're casting really, really good players when their micro with units is better than your micro to click on the units. Okay, we've got one last Shotel warrior. Luckily, he's standing still. 45 HP. I think the elite goes up to 50. Andy securing the eastern portion of the map. I don't think this is because he wants to be aggressive here. I think this is because he wants to be aggressive here. He does not want any kind of run-bys by these incredibly fast Shotel warriors. Although right as I say that, he does bring his cavalry archers. Does he know about this base? Oh, he's going to build a mining camp here. Oh, he's going to discover it in the funnest way possible. And there's a wall. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. I mean, good game sense here by Andy to send his cavalry archers. Now sees the wall. He says, uh-oh, I wanted to mine this gold, but you've been here for a while. This patch of 2,400 has been reduced, or rather 3,200 has been reduced to 2,000. And another castle going down for our Magyar player. Okay, I guess he thinks he's the Franks. Plopping down castles left, right, and center. Or the Slavs, maybe. But no, you're the Magyars. Yes, torsion engines. Okay, we are going to see big old blast radiuses for these siege units. He's got 6 onagers, 2 bombard cannons, and siege onagers on the way. When do you ever get to see those? Let's watch as they turn into those. Oh, beautiful. You love to see that steel reinforcement on the wheels, on the frame, on the body. Makes it so much easier to lob huge amounts of stones and rocks onto your opponent's head. And now the castle is here. And FreakinAndy, okay. I mean, he's gonna get the town center for sure. He's going to get this 1 patch of gold, but these 2 patches can still be mined. How much is that? That's 1,200 gold still available. Okay, never mind. He did not build these castles to be aggressive in the west. He built them so that he can be aggressive in the east. Although with cavalry archers, you don't really know, because 1 second they're one place, another second they're another. Magyar Hussars with their attack bonus streaming. They're going to destroy these siege onagers. Oh no, terrible, terrible. Look at how fast they get rid of them. But oh god, Andy's got to be, his micro has to be on point right now. 6 siege onagers go down for the price of 3 Magyar Hussars, a trade anyone should take any day of the week. This town center still being gunned down, and now military advantage has swung in favor of our orange Magyar, who is supply capped at 200 population on the back of 155 villagers. I don't know that I think he needs this many villagers, but neither here nor there. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Okay, gets just the tip of the army. Oh god, a onager spawns and then dies immediately to these Magyar burning arrows. Oh god. Yeah, but here's the thing about siege units like this, though. This is my 2 cents. You don't need to have amazing micro. You need to get lucky once or twice. Your opponent with these archers has to have the better micro. They have to get in there. They have to snipe the siege onager. Look at their HP. Holy shit. 1,000 HP already reduced. They have to be so quick. They have to be so accurate. The onagers can just fire, 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 and hope to land 1 lucky shot, because if they do, that entire cavalry line, that cavalry archer line, is going bye-bye. So I think overall an easier defense here for MbL, but now he's got Hussars in his base. He's got cavalry archers raiding, picking off these very slow halberdiers. And now he says, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall, and streams in with his own villagers, a Magyar Hussar, which for some reason goes to the mining camp, and these villagers are all dead. Okay, so MbL's managed to extract as much gold as he possibly could have, and then pays the price for it. I think overall still a brilliant move here by MbL. Got a whole bunch of gold at the expense of 1 town center and a few villagers. Never a bad trade. Oh god, here come those siege onagers. They're so ridiculously powerful, and he's not paying attention. 1 does go down, a second Treb about to die. Okay. So our Magyar has chosen the eastern portion of MbL's base to attack these these Hussars. Are they trapped in here? No, they're not. Oh, MbL has to be better with these halbs, though. And then for a second time now, FreakinAndy is inside his base. How many cavalry archers are there right here? 44 cavalry archers, but look at their HP again. They're down 1,000. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say bring your monks or build monks. He's building 2. Hopefully that's to heal them. Oh my god, though, look at this. 9 siege onagers. Oh god, well, don't get your own troops. Okay, let's watch this unfold. Let's see if they engage into each other. Like I said, this is what I was hoping for in the beginning of the game. a Civ with one of the best siege features against a Civ designed to snipe siege with their unique unit. For now, though, oh no, you can't just stand there. Oh my god. Oh, that is disgusting. 40 something has now become 13. Oh my god, that's what I was talking about. As the siege player, you just need to get lucky once. In this case, he got lucky 3 times, but 2 or 3 times. But there's a Magyar Hussar in there. Okay. Oh god, he is doubling down on cavalry archers, though, going up to 31. Oh, MbL trying to anticipate movement. He's got to be careful, though. He's going to gun down his own halberdiers. Not that he gives a crap. Halberdiers are trash units. Beautiful attack round here by MbL. What is it in German? Mein Gott in Himmel. Dear Lord, did those siege onagers wreck FreakinAndy's offensive capabilities. He has been completely destroyed here. His army count is now lower than MbL's. Although we've got fresh cavalry archers. They're going to get a bombard cannon snipe. MbL's got to turn these onagers around, though. He's got to attack, instead of attacking Magyar Hussars with them. What the hell are these 2 trebs doing here? Why are they in the middle of this battle? There is no castle for a kilometer, for a mile in any direction. Why the hell are you here? Why are you not attacking this castle? But neither here nor there. For some reason, this treb is just, it's a sick treb. It just likes to see the carnage and the death. Okay, all siege onagers are now gone, but somewhere, somehow, MbL has 6 more with a further 2 in production. So FreakinAndy has to be careful. If you see the little arrows up on the siege workshop, do not, I repeat, do not charge into it with your very, very much flimsy cavalry archers. I say flimsy, of course, against siege onagers. What the hell is going on here? Is MbL out of wood? Apologies again to anyone on a smaller screen. Let's take a look at where his wood count is. Okay, he secured this pile here now that the castle is gone. This pile he cannot chop down because these cavalry archers are just way too big of a threat. And MbL is sitting on 200 wood here. I mean, you're building siege. Andy is smart here for trying to control MbL's lumberjacking, but you know, eventually did lose control of this western portion, and now MbL has to flee to this other juicy wood line. He's got 100 wood in the bank. All the time that these villagers need to walk all the way over there is gonna kill him. His farms are gonna drain him unless he just balances his economy. He's got 2,400 gold, and in come the Magyar Hussars. What is he getting? Thumb ring, arbalest upgrade. Okay, so he's gonna contest these cavalry archers with arbalests. Like I said, with that thumb ring bonus, they basically become machine gunners, Ethiopian arbalests. Let's take a look at how fast they fire. For now, cavalry archers taking down barracks left, right, and center. Magyar Hussars circling the outer perimeter of the base. This castle still attacking these walls, although the action on this side of the map is done for now, so let's ignore it. And yeah, MbL's in trouble here. This is his last wood line. Unless he secures the center of the base and can get this wood line to the right here. But things are not looking good for him right now, right? Magyar Hussars trying to do a run by here. MbL has been pushed back into the corner of his base. These cavalry are... why are you sending in 1 unit at a time? Clears up the Hussars to the west, though. That's great. Force them into this little alleyways of the barracks and the castle and the university. And what are the Magyar Hussars doing now? Oh, well, they're attacking a castle, of course, because no murder holes. Okay, Halb, wake up. Wake up. You've got some enemies here. Get off your asses. Oh, look how fast they're firing. Oh, look, let's just watch this. I'm gonna shut up. Oh, look at how fast it is. I love, as an aside, while these players are just firing arrows at each other. I love the upgrade that adds the +1 attack and the +1 range to these cavalry archers. So take a look at, instead of 7+4, it's 7+5. And instead of 4+3, it's 4+4. I love that upgrade. It's called the Corvinian Army. And every time I see it, every time I read it, it reminds me of, oh, for God's sakes. Right as I say it, the name of the series of movies floats right out of my head. The one with Kate Beckinsale where she plays the vampire, and it's always vampires against werewolves. And there was one of the movies, I don't know if it was the second or the third one, where there was Alexander Corvinus, played by Derek Jacobi, who I freaking love because one of my favorite shows growing up was I, Claudius. Underworld it's called. I love those movies. The graphics were terrible. Especially now in the age of like Marvel and Disney, the graphics were really bad. But when they had Derek Jacobi, what a get for that series. And I just love that guy in everything. Fifth Element, I, Claudius. He's such a fantastic actor. Orange is pinging this area. Oh my God. 89 lumberjacks. Holy shit. MbL is in trouble here. Okay, rant over about Corvinian armies and Alexander Corvinus and werewolves and vampires. What do you think about the transition here to arbalests? Would he have been better served mixing in a few elite skirmishers instead? These are very expensive units. He had the gold, now he's got no gold. MbL. And his base is just being ransacked. Little by little, FreakinAndy. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Inch by inch, man, did he compress MbL back into his base. But this, I think this is why we saw the GG here by MbL. I mean, what the hell is this? 82 lumberjacks with one patch of lumber. So wait in line, guys. One, single file to get to the to that tree, to that pine. Would this even be classified as a forest? No, this would just be classified as a single pine. MbL could have very easily sent his villagers south, but look who would have seen it. FreakinAndy. And the second he did that, these cavalry archers would have swung over. These Magyar hussars, where are they? Oh, did they all die? No, he's got a bunch of them here. Somewhere, anyway, somewhere on the map there are 22 elite Magyar hussars. Would have just swung to the west and just decimated. So MbL running out of wood, although he's sitting on 1,600, 800 food, could have made a few more elite skirmishers. But overall, wow. This is exactly, like I said, what I wanted to happen. So what a fun game to cast. Definitely going to post this one. How beautiful were those siege onager shots? I kind of feel like rewinding, but A, I don't remember exactly where in the game they were, and B, I'm not going to make you wait for me while I hum and, and drum my fingers while the game rewinds. Let's take a look at the stats. About 200 halbs, 223 elite Magyar hussars. Holy shit. Look at that APM 4 minutes ago by FreakinAndy. 330. What is this, StarCraft? Wow, that is just incredible. Not surprising. The faster Civ always requires more micro. 153, not terrible either, don't get me wrong. For a game where the average APM in an average game of average players is what, 50? This is not bad at all, but holy shnikes, 330 peak APM. Kill count, let's take a look. Ethiopians have killed 365 units, one for each day of the year. Our Magyar player, though, killing 422, of which 127 were villagers. So not surprising with the raids, with the Magyar hussars, with the heavy cavalry archers, which were once just regular cavalry archers. I love this. Sorry, it's harder for me to see sometimes when the player chooses orange. Maybe I should have changed the colors, but too little, too late. And in comes a monk in the middle of all this Mishigas. He is coming to teeth these two relics. Would have much preferred to see him heal some of these units. Holy shit, Their HP is at about half of what it should be. Let's zoom out. Let's take a look at Andy's builder or order and his base. Very, very wide. Where are all his production structures? Only 2 stables. Okay. And how many archery ranges? 10 archery ranges. Perfect here. Perfect here. He decided I'm going cavalry archers. How many castles? Let's use this software, this overlay, 4 castles to pump out hussars and 10 archery ranges to pump out his cavalry archers. Our Ethiopian, 5 archery ranges, a whole bunch of demolished barracks from before, 3 still left. Okay, so he could have put up a bit more of a resistance, but, you know, would it have been worth it? Let's say he does put up, let's say he builds a few more halbs, a few more elite skirmishers. Yes, they'll shoo away this army. Yes, they'll destroy 1 or 2 trebs, but then he's completely out of resources. And okay, here's here are the rest of the Magyar hussars. What a beautiful still image here. Their pendants flying in the wind, their feathers, their wings, let's call them, flying in the wind. They are on their way, knocking up dust and debris to just completely slaughter these villagers. These villagers have nowhere to run. Where the hell are they going to go? Where's the closest town center? Here on the far right of your screen, or to the top of your screen, or this original castle? Yeah, this is going to be a bloodbath. There's only 7 Magyar hussars, but goodbye to 30 or so of these villagers by the time they get to even this remotely close town center, which, by the way, may not even be there once these trebs start gunning it down. In any event, neither here nor there. Wow, what a fantastic game. Definitely gonna incorporate some of this siege action into the thumbnail. So by the time you're hearing my voice right now, you will have seen hopefully a very, very cool thumbnail. And like I said, the beauty of siege against cavalry archers is the siege unit has to be right 1 time out of 5, 1 time out of 10. The cavalry archers have to be right every time, because if they screw up, if they fuck up, they're gone. I mean, how many did we see die in this general area here and here with those siege onager shots from the north and from the west? I mean, again, all it took was 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, and his army supply was demolished by 30 plus. I think what did it go from 44 to 13 or something like that? I can't remember. This game was so action packed, but like I said, siege always, for a player like me who does not, I repeat, I do not have 330 APM. Siege is always the way to go, just because, again, like I said, 1 versus done. If FreakinAndy moved his cursor, his mouse, his vision here for 1 second, and MbL did not, and continued to attack ground with his onagers, FreakinAndy would have lost not 30, but all 44 of his heavy cavalry archers. That is a shit ton of gold. That is a shit ton of all resources gone into improving them. Remember, Magyars get the melee attack upgrades for free. They do not get the ranged upgrades for free. So these cost a lot of money, take a lot of time to research, a total waste to lose against 2 or 3 onagers. But my God, what a fun game. I called it wrong here on the right side. He did initially push up, but, or maybe I didn't call it wrong. Let's split the difference, call it 50-50, because with an army this mobile that moves on a 1.65, my God, are they fast. These are fast too, but nowhere close. 1.54. 1.65. That is incredibly fast. There is no theater of war. The whole map, left, right, center, all becomes a theater of war when you can so quickly and easily reposition your army. And overall, my God, what a bloodbath. 800 or so killed, 40 civilians paid with their lives to support their military cause. And FreakinAndy gets the W, but my God, GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.